What if I told you that the reason your blood sugar is high every single morning has almost nothing to do with what you ate for breakfast? And even more shocking, what you choose to eat tonight could have a bigger impact on tomorrow morning's blood sugar than anything you do during the day. Most people over the age of 50 have been taught to focus only on avoiding sugar, cutting carbs, or blaming age for rising glucose levels. But here's what many doctors never explain clearly enough. When you wake up with high blood sugar, even after eating healthy the day before, your body may actually be sending you a warning sign that something deeper is happening while you sleep. And before you assume this is just another part of getting older, stay with me, because by the end of this video, I'm going to share 5 specific foods you can eat tonight that may help stabilize your morning blood sugar naturally. And one of them surprises almost everyone. If you're over 50, you've probably noticed your body doesn't respond the way it used to. Maybe 10 years ago, you could eat a heavy dinner and wake up feeling perfectly fine. But now, you check your blood sugar in the morning and somehow the number is higher than expected. Maybe you've been trying to eat less, walking more, avoiding sweets, yet every morning feels like the same frustrating mystery. You start wondering if your metabolism is broken. Maybe your doctor says, well, that happens with age. But I want you to understand something very important. High morning blood sugar is not something you should simply accept as normal aging. You see, during the night, your body performs one of its most complex balancing acts. While you sleep, hormones begin regulating everything from tissue repair to brain recovery to energy distribution. And one hormone, in particular, cortisol, starts rising in the early morning hours. This is completely natural. It's part of what helps wake you up. But here's the problem. As we age, especially after 50, our cells can become more resistant to insulin. That means when cortisol signals your liver to release stored glucose into the bloodstream, your body struggles to move that glucose where it needs to go. The result? You wake up with elevated blood sugar, even if you didn't eat dessert, even if you skipped snacks, even if you did everything right. This phenomenon has a name. It's often called the dawn effect. But understanding the cause is only half the story. Because what most people don't realize is that your evening meal plays a powerful role in determining how your body handles glucose overnight. In fact, certain foods eaten before bed can help your body improve insulin sensitivity, reduce nighttime glucose spikes, and support the metabolic processes that keep blood sugar stable while you sleep. But before we talk about those foods, there's something I want you to think about. Have you noticed that your energy crashes more easily now than it used to? Maybe around mid-morning you feel shaky, tired, foggy, or strangely hungry, even after breakfast. If that sounds familiar, I want you to tell me in the comments how old you are and whether blood sugar has become more difficult to control in recent years. I always find it fascinating how many people believe they're struggling alone until they realize thousands of others over 50 are experiencing exactly the same thing. Now let's go deeper, because the first food on this list doesn't just help blood sugar. It works by changing how quickly glucose enters your bloodstream overnight, and it's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. The first food is almonds, not flavored almonds, not sugar-coated snack mixes, plain raw almonds. Here's why they matter. Almonds contain healthy fats, magnesium, and protein, all of which help slow digestion and prevent sudden blood sugar fluctuations. Magnesium is especially important because research shows many adults over 50 are quietly deficient in this mineral, and low magnesium levels have been linked to worsening insulin resistance. Just a small handful in the evening can help create a slower, steadier release of energy through the night. It sounds simple, but sometimes the smallest adjustments produce the biggest metabolic changes. Now here's where things get interesting. The second food is one many people avoid because they've been told all dairy is bad: Greek yogurt. Unsweetened Greek yogurt contains protein that slows glucose absorption and can help prevent overnight spikes. But there's another reason I like this option for older adults. It contains probiotics. And scientists are discovering that gut health plays a much bigger role in blood sugar regulation than we previously believed. Your gut bacteria influence inflammation, hormone balance, even how effectively your body responds to insulin. So by supporting the gut before bed, you may also be supporting better glucose control by morning. But if you think that sounds surprising, wait until you hear the third food, because this one directly affects the liver, the organ responsible for releasing glucose while you sleep: avocado. Most people think avocado is just another trendy health food, but for someone dealing with elevated fasting blood sugar, avocado can be incredibly useful. It's rich in monounsaturated fats that help improve insulin sensitivity over time. But what makes it powerful at night is how slowly it digests. Unlike processed carbohydrates that create blood sugar swings, avocado provides steady fuel, reducing the chance that your body will overcompensate during sleep. Think of it like giving your metabolism a calmer, more stable environment to work with overnight. And by now, you might be noticing a pattern. None of these foods are magic pills. None promise overnight miracles. Because real metabolic healing doesn't happen from chasing shortcuts. It happens when you begin giving your body what it actually needs instead of constantly fighting against it. And that brings us to food number 4. Perhaps the most underestimated item on this list: boiled eggs. Yes, eggs. For years, people feared eggs because of cholesterol concerns, but modern nutritional science has painted a far more balanced picture. Eggs provide high-quality protein without causing significant blood sugar increases, and protein before bed may reduce overnight hunger signals that sometimes trigger subtle hormonal shifts affecting morning glucose. For adults over 50, preserving muscle mass is also critical. The less muscle you have, the harder it becomes for your body to use glucose efficiently. Muscle acts like a storage tank for sugar. When muscle decreases with age, blood sugar often rises more easily. And here's something very few people realize. If you consistently wake up with high blood sugar, it may not mean you ate too much sugar. It could mean your body is losing metabolic flexibility. That means your cells are becoming less efficient at switching between burning glucose and burning stored energy. This happens gradually with age, inactivity, stress, poor sleep, and chronic inflammation. And sadly, most people don't notice until blood sugar numbers begin climbing year after year. Now, before I reveal the 5th and arguably most powerful food, I want to share something many viewers have told me. They say, "I thought I was eating healthy, but nothing changed." And usually, when we look closer, the problem isn't just what they eat, it's timing. Eating large meals late at night, snacking on crackers, bread, cereal, or fruit right before sleep. Even healthy foods can create glucose spikes if eaten at the wrong time. The body processes carbohydrates differently late at night because insulin sensitivity naturally declines in the evening. So sometimes the answer isn't eating less, it's eating smarter. And now for the 5th food: chia seeds. Tiny, simple, often ignored, but incredibly powerful. Chia seeds absorb liquid and form a gel-like texture that slows digestion dramatically. This helps prevent blood sugar from rising too quickly. They're rich in fiber, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants, all of which support metabolic health. For adults over 50, fiber becomes even more important because digestion naturally slows with age. Slower digestion often leads people toward processed convenience foods, which quietly worsen insulin resistance over time. A tablespoon of chia seeds mixed into unsweetened yogurt, almond milk, or even eaten alongside a small evening snack can help support stable glucose levels through the night. Now, here's what I want you to understand. This isn't about finding one miracle food. It's about teaching your body to recover its balance. If you wake up every morning with elevated blood sugar, your body may be telling you something important. It may be saying your nighttime metabolic processes need support. It may be signaling insulin resistance. It may be showing early signs of inflammation affecting glucose regulation. But none of that means you're doomed. And it definitely doesn't mean this is just part of getting older. I've seen people in their 60s, 70s, even 80s make meaningful improvements in blood sugar simply by changing evening habits, not by starving themselves, not by chasing extreme diets, but by understanding how their body works and working with it instead of against it. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and seeing lower numbers on your glucose monitor, not because of medication changes, not because of exhausting exercise routines, but because you finally understood what your body needed during the hours when you weren't even awake. That's powerful. And tonight, before you head to the kitchen, I want you to ask yourself one question. Am I feeding my body in a way that helps it heal overnight? Or am I accidentally making the problem worse while I sleep? Small changes repeated consistently can transform health in ways people never expect. Your pancreas is listening to every choice you make. Your liver responds to every meal timing decision. Your cells adapt to the signals you send daily. Age does not automatically mean decline. The human body is incredibly responsive when given the right support. So tonight, choose one of these 5 foods, just one. Start there. Observe how you feel tomorrow morning. Check your energy. Check your clarity. Check your blood sugar if you monitor regularly. Because sometimes the difference between staying stuck and beginning recovery starts with something as simple as what you decide to eat before bed. And if no one has told you this recently, your health is not a lost cause simply because you're over 50. Your body still wants to heal. It still wants balance. It still wants to function the way it was designed to. Sometimes it just needs the right conditions. And that process can begin tonight.